damage and actually lost the mech because SD Awesome has this amazing angle on the outside, tricking in tons of damage. The Coalescence coming out the window in response almost immediately, and it will look like a fight that's going in the pocket should they choose to use it. Now there's another right hard on point that should shatter as well. Oh, the follow-up is there. They'll sweep it clear, and here comes the pressure again, speeding straight onto the point. BGMP to initiate Death Blossom, following it up. Spongy Cheese only picks up one, but the rest of the team is there. Flank Yada alone on the Baptiste. A little unfortunate. You can see the difference being made here by the damage bongo. The Flux does come in. I think they only got the Moira on that. Up, down does go Red Panda. Red Panda's still alive here with the Coalescence as well if they choose to invest it, but no, they will not. Again, these team fights have just been kind of extermination affairs on both sides.
Very much minimized, at least for this first round of Ilios here, as the kills continue to come in for Geometric.
Oh, poor Geek Egg just got eliminated right there. Rock to the face. A rally there from Geek Egg, and that'll just give him a little bit of extra sustainability. But even as I say that, there goes Spongy Cheese. There goes Red Panda. The crack starting to show. Titanic taking out of the action. Great play, and actually at the bitter end here, Geometric will be able to turn this around in spite of Geek Egg here. A desperate attempt to contest coming out from Wooly will not be enough. The minefield holds on. Flank Yada can't do anything but peek that corner and die almost immediately. And that should signal an end. Sure, trying to make a fight of it, but nah, it's done. It's a done deal here at this point in time. Has to be really impressive. Oh, just sweeping him.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as this brawl can close distance, and we see that right now. Oh, Pasty early death again. Once more, the DPS is taken out of the equation. Titanic getting in big.
That is disastrous for Geometric, because now we got the EMP bomb.
Oh, Zorthcon perfectly positioned that one. Roof? What roof? It'll go right in and go right over, and then the rest of the team just secures the point. And it looks like they'll secure map one win. Rolling back in. Well, no, Churd's here with the ball. They're trying to make an actual effort out of this. The high noon comes in. No value to be had out of that. Churd will go down. Can't sustain against Red Panda's Coalescence. A shatter at nothing. Did send a message, perhaps, to SD Awesome. And the message is, well, there's a map win for Wisdom Academy. That's the message. Spongy Cheese is all, but Spongy Cheese in a dangerous position. Geek Egg down first. SD Awesome actually comes in, takes out the hard counter and the soft counter there as well. The pick coming back from Titanic, not enough to change or shift the tide of doom that's currently washing over Wisdom Academy. Zorf's trying to stall the bleeding, but again, SD Awesome's getting into the backlight. Spongy Cheese, though, turning it around. Great job by the Ash. High Noon does come out. Zorfcon, the only victim there. They'll burn the shield down right away, but make that one out alive. The gold plating saving him from the majority of that damage. Geek Egg has to be very careful here. They've kind of completely switched lines. The window comes out from Geek, but Geek dies in return. Was it worth the sacrifice? It's not exactly looking like it was. Red Panda has to throw in the Transcendence here just to keep the team in. That's a meaty critic. He'll get two off the back of that. Great play by Zorthcon, the Sigma. And the Sigma and Panda. Zorthcon gets three. That'll force the Transcendence out. Tilted Waffle, though, getting the early pick. The Ash is trading kills back and forth there. Zorthcon just charging forward into the jaws of Death, and Death does meet him fully open mouth right there. Minimax trying to hold the front line in front of the cart. Just standing there, throws the bongo down as well. Will not give up. Surrender. They do want to hold it because they've invested the window. They've invested the clone. There's a bomb back here, or bomb back there. Titanic loses their almost immediately in serious danger. Churd loses the mech. Churd taken out of action completely. They're still going here, even as Flank Yada returns and is taken down almost immediately. Not surrendering. One of the longest stalls I think I've ever seen in my entire career of Overwatch. This fight still going, but there's the boiling forward of the team. No, Wooly touches. Awesome. The last person there. The Tracer has to get in. They just get that pesky fuel management down. Seems to be a bit of a problem, but even as I say that, actually comes over the top on SD Awesome. Blows them out of the air, and bodies just continuing to fall here on the side of the defenders, one by one being picked off almost in a piecemeal fashion, dividing.
Yeah.
Inside the cart, more than happily rolling forward. Now you're in a really awkward positioning here. Oh, Titanic up and over with the barrage. Gets 2, pays for it with their lives, but I'll take that trade any day of the week because that cart is still rolling. And they're basically forcing them into stall territory with 4 minutes left on the clock and a Bob there to usher the cart in.
Be able to stop them from that golden box of this victory. It is last stand time from Geometric, and here they come with the window.
Geometric fighting it out, getting the picks they needed to at least
poured everything into trying to win this map right here, right now. That's a pick. That's 2 picks now. Now the hope is draining for Geometric as Titanic and Spongy Cheese just destroyed them with the poke damage.
There was a glimmer of hope there. And the Blue Lantern ring went extinguished quite quickly. That's a really good Gravityx. It's got him up, it's got him down, it's got 2 picks, and it's both supports. Churn actually trying to turn this around to high noon.
No way.
Back of the ults coming out. Okay, and we won't be seeing it for very long because Tilted Water, Smoky Cheese was on that. Titanic, Red Panda getting the picks. Okay, now there's no ults that can save you now. There's a window there, and you're not even really able to use it. Churn kind of forced up. Minimax getting in on the action. Somebody's got to stall this out. Minefield comes in. The ball might actually be able to clear some of the worst danger of that. But now it's just Rim Jazzberry. The lone wrecking ball, not enough. There's a last-minute touch there by Wooly on the Lucio. Tracer tried to get there, got caught and blown down. That'll slow them down. Awesome, not quite able to generate one. There it is, and that's a good one, too. It's got 4 bodies in it. No kills picked up, but Churn follows up their duplicate with some big kills right there. Awesome, chipping in on the action as well. An Immortality Field does go down here, allows the 2 tanks.
He will get away, but Rim Jazzberry gets traded instead.
Well, Gravitic coming out again, a little bit less value on that one. The Bob did come out here from Tilted, kind of manages to put a little bit of distance there. The cart heavily
try and stall this more, but here comes the trans from Flankiata.
Oh, it's a good flux too. That'll take Red Panda out of the fight. Minimax is here though. Minimax is gone though. SD Awesome trying to get in on the action. SD Awesome has been the perpetual reaper for this team and proving up to the challenge. Flankiata to the Zenyatta.
That Sombra of Titanic. Good start. He gets bursted down there.
Ooh.
But they need to be able to sustain through this Coalescence and all the other ults that Wisdom has.
No. Bob, just tourist, is passing through the fight. Still, though, the kills are racking up here in favor of the attackers. Some space, they'll run face first into Minimax. The Flux coming in. They're both tanks in that. Tanks get hit by Dynamite. Tanks deleted there on the front line. SD Awesome cleaning house and escorting them forward once again. Awesome, an absolute menace, a terror from the skies, and once more Flankiata involved in a big way. Sure, doing the majority of the consumption duties to keep that card moving. Geekake will desperately try and touch to keep things going, and a good boop thing.
Great job from the supports. No one going down just yet.
Oh,
there goes Churd.
Churd got a but his team is quick to capitalize on the space that his death somehow created, because they're there, and then the worst of it is mitigated. The Awesome will be the next casualty down. The Transcendence forced out early here as that Bob comes out. Alpha Omega's Bob cleaning up there. The Transcendence not reaching quite far enough, and this cart will continue to roll forward. A very aggressive push forward from Zorthcon, and a Flux in as well. Minimax there with kind of a sniper.
Full 6. Just really interesting to see these 2 playstyles collide. Oh no, Geekake!
Ooh, Geekake caught by the minefield of Rim Jazzberry, but Titanic now doing some work. Gets that clone, gets a clone Bob in as well. Now Bob is the master of the high ground. There was an opportunity to boop him there, and they will finally get him down, but he'll actually turn around and start clearing mines. Still the kills coming in. Minimax and Alpha, they're doing the hard work.
Of course, he's not going to be able to contest this point.
Oh, Tilted Waffles Bobs, I don't know what they put in his programming. Still on sightseeing mode right there. Kind of sails right past the main fight, but it's Churd. Who needs Bob when you have Churd there fighting it out? That'll try and get him around the corner. They've got more to play with. The Flux coming in on the other side.
Red Panda doesn't have the trans yet.
Oh, there was no trans. Here comes Red Panda. Red Panda desperately trying to generate a Transcendence before they die. Will not find it. And it's just Geekake now who tries to make it happen, and it does not happen. Eager to get started here. And even as I say that, though, there's the initial dive. In comes Minimax. In comes the ball. There goes Minimax. There goes the ball. And just like that, we'll go and reconsider our options.
Yeah, on diving in, and while their heads are turned, Spongy Cheese takes off their heads. Unfortunately, while they got the pick, it didn't end up going very well. And it just feels like they're feeding ult charge right now to Geometric. As they are
with the Sigma, so there's an opportunity to make something happen. Out comes the beatdown bongos from Zexu. That enables his team to do quite a bit of damage, but not enough to slow down this Flux, and the Flux really throws them down. The kills trading back and forth in a fast and furious fashion, as somehow Minimax is solo dueling both of the enemy tanks on the front line before finally popping the Primal and taking Churn on a little ride. Up and over comes Minimax, and Minimax gets clobbered in mid-air even before he even touches the ground. A shatter from the clone. Far too little too late there. That gate may have been misplaced, but they don't even need it. Spongy Cheese dies in the middle of the point, and yeah, it's a deep recovery mission there from Titanic. Fire Strike coming in, doing some meaty damage, and a Death Blossom following it up. Geek goes down, flank out his Immortality Field drops. Now they're just trading kills back and forth here. Neither side really able to take big advantage. It's a good shatter from Zexu, and that'll break the back.
Attack here, as they have to just get onto this point. Titanic will have the touch, and that is a good shatter, but it doesn't get Wooly.
Oh, the sound barrier comes out, and it's a good sound barrier to cover it up. Awesome tries for the Death Blossom, won't find it. Takes out his opposite number, and a great Immortality Field by Flank Yada, keeping the team alive. Minimax, though, will try and surge them back into it and pays for it with his life. And now the kills starting to stack up here for the defense, and they will hold, tightly.
Damage from Titanic, I must say, 60% to his tire already.
Oh yeah, chunky stuff. Good wall though, Zorthcon in serious danger. Somehow the Divamex survives that? Titanic dies, Tilted Waffle getting in on the action as well, so that's both DPS out of the equation. And just like you said, you Nostradamus, you dividing, they get run over right there in that attack.
Now they have 6 minutes to take one tick of point A and tie up the series.
No, look at this wall! Zexu's swinging away! Awesome getting in with the high noon as well. Early casualties coming in. Tire from the backside. Gets no one! Only takes out an Immortality Field. Awesome continues to push up. Zexu has not stopped swinging that hammer. They'll clear the point. And a resounding return from the
pop-offs instead of being necessarily awesome pulse bomb there from Spongy Cheese, and picks coming in from both sides.
Yeah, just a brutal slugfest here around the doors. Neither side really showing a clear advantage. Geek overextending, burned down by Flank Yada. Rim Jazzberry now trying to get back in on the action. Jazzberry up, Jazzberry down, and they'll roll forward onto the point. Oh, good boop! Tiger on the left-hand side, currently under the control of Wisdom Academy. There comes the Flux, though. That'll force a Transcendence almost immediately from Red Panda. But you feel like it's a little too tranquil and a little too late there, because the kills are stacking, allows them to have a little bit of opportunity. Geek is getting pummeled from the side. Gravitic does come out. That'll again get canceled out largely by the Transcendence, so it was a good effort there by Zorthcon to disrupt the Transcendence. Out comes the charge and the punch from Titanic. Titanic gets a pick on Churn. Titanic! Well, Titanic taken out of the action. A Transcendence there, almost a little bit mistimed, wasn't able to keep the team up, and actually Geometric surging back on might just be able to flip this one around.
Yeah, Geometric with a much better plan going into that fight. I think Minimax having to swap.
Actually, that'll catch Minimax out. Great counter Maywall coming in as well. Saves the team. What a shatter, though! Rim Jazzberry might not play Rhyme, but he makes the ult count that time. Unfortunately, his team doesn't seem quite able to follow up on it. That Symmetra Beam and the Maywall just combining to create an absolute chamber of death here on the point. Neither side getting too much advantage, but at the end of the day, the defenders here will come out with the win as well, building a whole house here around the Nepal Village point. They're really blowing it out as this blizzard comes in. There's at least one body all stuck in that. It'll be the Lucio of Wooly who will go down. And again, the kill feed lining up red.
So well spaced out for Maze Walls to cut off the teams, and the point is like perfectly spaced out so that Maze Blizzard takes out all of it. Now with the Blizzard from Titanic, though, I mean, it's a 4v6, but they have managed to get their feet on the point.
It's a good Maywall there. Actually, the Blizzard didn't have enough follow-up to it. They had Minimax completely dead to rights as the rest of the team rotated away from him, couldn't make him stick. And now Spongy Cheese with the microwave gun. Titanic should seal the doom of any members of the team still here. I say that, though. Churd got frozen. Tilted Waffle avoided it, and Tilted Waffle is trying to turn this one around. Tilted Waffle there. Oh, just making it stick here, trying to get some kills. The rest of his team is dying. Tilted Waffle can't find anyone to get. The wall comes in. It's probably enough for them to hold on. Rim Jazzberry, the last second contest, trying to make it work. And you see a break there for half a second. A moment of terror, but nothing too bad there. Minimax, though, getting the early kills. Minimax gets 2 with the Reinhardt. And Spongy Cheese is there to finish up, so the brawl wins out. Awesome can't do anything but sort of float away on the outside edge.
When a couple swaps in Geometric ensures they will not have the same. That does switch an EMP.
And what a follow-up by the squad. Oh, the aggression coming out from Wisdom Academy. What are you supposed to do? To quote Theoden, what can men do against such reckless hate? And there comes a bomb onto the point as well. And speaking of reckless hate, that Omnic is dead and gone in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ren messes up his rollout a little bit. Couldn't get in the window like he wanted. In this first fight of the series, as now the fight takes place in Hotel.
Well, they'll charge into the lobby of the Alderworth, and they're immediately met at the door by the world's scariest bouncer. An angry German man with a giant hammer, and he'll get one. That being said, Red Panda caught on the flank a little bit cautiously, and I think actually Zexu and Churd are playing off of that. Minimax is cat-fighted here. Tilted Waffle trying to catch someone in it. Titanic drops in, gets Churd in the trap, and they'll invest the sound barrier here. They're fighting for this with every inch of their lives. Zexu is charged, smashed into a wall. Still, the majority of the body's on point. It's favoring Geometric. Geometric pushing forward in the corner of the bookstore, but Minimax drops it up the high ground. The shatter was thrown in by Zexu, kind of unnecessarily. The immortality field comes out, but it's Titanic with a big tire to bust things open and allow the defenders. Churd picks him up, throws him back down. The sound barrier does come out there by Geekake to try and escort the team through the majority of that damage fight, but Awesome unleashing a point blank high noon, and the kills all stacking up on the other side of Geometric, who will surge forward. It's blood on the streets.
Excellent Minimax to see which Ryan has a better shatter. Will be big going into this fight, but Zexu's walled off and he's down.
Oh, Zexu, the hero of the team, caught and destroyed right there. It's a really good Blizzard. Slows the roll up the press. Minimax throws in that shatter, but is the follow-up there? Geekake surges forward, but can't really secure a pick alone. Now a little bit of a split coming in here. That's another good Maywall out. This is really boiling around, though. You begin to feel like Minimax, they're out of their depth, and sure enough, the Rhine will go down. Titanic there on the May. Trying to get Red Panda out of the fight. There goes Panda. Just a ball left to stall.
Get Zorthcon.
Oh, no! Wooly nearly got taken off the edge of the map. Comes back in. They're still going here, dividing.
Again, like we saw in Eichenwald, it's the ultimate stall-off. Geometric just couldn't finish off Zorthcon when they really
would have. Zexu has it now, though, and he's going to try and make it stick here. High noon coming out from Spongy Cheese, elevated on the Maywall, gets Wooly looking on the rock ride, and brings
every single ultimate, except maybe Wooly's beat, will be available for Geometric here.
Oh, there comes the Flux. There goes the Flux down on the other end. Awesome combines to get a kill on Spongy Cheese, and now momentum shifts decisively in favor of Geometric. The kill.
Now no more freeze. Now we're back in a little bit of a stall up here as the Blizzard comes out.
Blizzard just clearing an area around the point, but time is running out. Wooly will get annihilated right there. They'll continue this fight. Oh, Churd gets a mighty blow there. They're still going. Awesome tries to get the high noon off. Gets one pick. Zorthcon, Spongy Cheese still fighting. What a charge by Minimax to take Zexu out of it. They might just hold a desperate last-minute touch. Not enough. And that will be the end of Cheese, which was the intended target. Cheese, flashbang, will finally get brought down, but from no effort, or no lack of effort from Minimax there to try and save their DPS. Minimax, unfortunately, also gets brought down. That's the Awesome here, the one who's doing the majority of the killing here as Zorthcon is taken out of the
if he can get out, but now, oh no, Prince Zexu goes in a little bit too hard, gets taken for a ride, and swaps back and forth.
Churn is here though. What a shatter from Minimax cancels out the high noon, and the rest of the team will just follow him in. Wow. And just a minute of
not too much trouble. They're going to push right back in.
oh, mighty EMP and Spongy Cheese to follow it up the sound barrier for the Coalescence out the backside. They'll try and go forward here. Oh, what's that Diva Bomb placement? Sorkon gets two. Zexu now in serious trouble, and Minimax unleashes the hammer. Clears the point.
Weren't there for Geometric.
Oh, and you can see that pressure coming in. The Immortality Field used early, but Spongy Cheese going down. Minimax following them. They might be able to stabilize here. SD Awesome's just going in. Full sending it into the back line.
Against One Trick Wonders. This could be a pretty shatter from Zexu.
But it cost him, it avails him nothing. No, SD Awesome in the back line with the big Death Blossom to make sure that the tanks shatter and death. Escorted off the edge of the map. The window comes down to try and slow the roll. Another Diva Bomb up and over. Zorkon with two. Spongy Cheese with two as well.
Has the Gravity Flux. Geometric needs to touch 2.89 meters now, and now the picks are coming in once again for Geometric thanks to the Blizzard from Tilted Waffle.
Holding the front line position. You can feel it in the air. This Coalescence comes out. Minimax shattered. The Coalescence ended. Zexu in and swinging like a fox in a henhouse right there. Just shutting everything down. But Titanic, that number just there by Zorthcon. That's going to give Zexu the opportunity to push up. There's the EMP. They barely even needed it. They got three with it. The defenders were already scattered and broken.
The Blossom from Spongy has been canceled. Now the Whip from Sherd has found Spongy Cheese, but Zorkon trades it back.
They just keep trading kills, but the majority of the bodies here are Geometric. 15 seconds left on the clock. 10 seconds left on the clock. Titanic taken out, and it might just be a hole, but he's going to be able to touch.
Minimax has to get there, and he can't. It's a map 7. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My dearest apologies to rydkos, our highlights editor, but we are going to map 7.
And just to roll out of there could have been bad for about a half a second. Flank Yada's Immortality Field already expended here. Flank Yada himself expended too. Woolly's down. They're just getting picked apart. Oh no, surrounded and cut to pieces. The only kill there is and this is a weird fight right now. They're really trying to pressure out Red Panda. They will get him. Spongy Cheese drops in there as well. In comes the Gravitic. Woolly obviously doesn't have anything for that just yet. And what an ugly scrap over here in the alleyway as Titanic unleashes the barrage and picks up 2. And that's Flank Yada and Woolly completely out of it as Titanic will add another notch to the gun there. Tilted Waffle though trying to surge this one back on point. The rotate coming through. Zorthcon goes down, and despite all that effort coming out from Touch,
Tilted gets a pick onto Red Panda, but he will go down himself. I mean, there's a couple picks coming through for Geometric, and here's the beat from Woolly. Not necessarily over, but it's looking very bad as both support ultimates come in for Wisdom.
The clone coming out from Awesome now. Awesome, yeah, should be able to make something work here. Awesome gets 2, actually. The Flux comes in, brings that ball up, smacks him back down, and Zorthcon will go the way of the dodo.
Fight, and then built back up really quick, so really good start for them.
Oh no, Zorthcon goes down. Spongy Cheese with 2. Titanic getting in on the action as well. Titanic picks up another one. Titanic dies, but what a series of picks there. Zorthcon slams down on the point and begins the retake. Zexu tries to come back in, but he just can't make it. Plucked out of midair is the Winston. Awesome now trips
to be a lot more effective, I think.
Wisdom holds the point. It's a good hack on Zexu. Zexu's getting absolutely burned. The Immortality Field, the shatter from Minimax, though, allows them to take out the Reinhardt. They invested a lot to get Zexu out of that action, and now Churd and Tilted Waffle are making him pay for it. Good Blizzard coming out there, taking out Spongy Cheese, and they'll actually get Minimax out as well.
Dang.
When is Titanic going to use it, though? Titanic playing a very dangerous game. Big EMP gets 5. The follow-up is there from the Coalescence. What an immortality field. Manages to keep him alive for a half second. SD Awesome comes in. I don't know what happened to him because the full Death Blossom doesn't go off, but it's Red Panda, the Moira player there, sweeping that beam across the enemy team and getting some big picks. And now the fight boils down onto the point. Church smacked into the dirt with a little bit of help from Titanic right there. Flankyata tries to keep Death Blossom as well, but those ults are under-delivering. Minimax invest their shatter into this as well. The window comes out, but they're already past it, through it. Just trying to clean up kills in front of the spawn door. SD Awesome trying to make an impact, actually takes 2 out, and it's a good Maywall here. It's allowing them to turn this fight around. Now Spongy Cheese barely avoids getting smashed into the wall as Zorkon there is in deep trouble. They'll all roll back here. Zorkon still loses the mech. Oh no!
Or will it instead be used against the EMP? It is used aggressively to try and save Prince Zexu, but he's too late.
Oh, big EMP from Titanic over the top. Zexu's already dead. Churd goes down as well. And in a really strange extended fight, it will ultimately...
in the Death Blossom. If Prince Zexu gets caught out here, it could be over.
Oh, Spongy Cheese comes into the backline. Flankyata taken out early on. The Blizzard comes in. They can't follow it up. Awesome tries to get some value. Only gets Zorkon. There's dead bodies all over the field, and none of them are Wisdom Academy, who will take the win.